Let's look at the daily planning form and the various parts of the daily schedule that you will need to provide activities and/or information for. I want you to keep in mind that this is a daily planning form for a classroom using the HighScope curriculum, so the parts of the daily routine will follow those elements of the HighScope daily schedule. This daily schedule will take you through one classroom day in a preschool classroom. If and when you student teach in the lab school at Harper College, this is the planning form that they will use. So this is great experience getting a taste of how to use this planning tool. If you need a refresher on some parts of the daily routine, please go back and read through that information in your textbook or watch the videos that were provided on Blackboard in your course modules. The first part of the HighScope daily routine is greeting time and message board. These two things go hand in hand. Greeting time is not when you say hello to the children and their parents when they come through the doors of your classroom, but when everyone has arrived and you are now formally gathering them together in a large group to welcome them and prepare them for the day. This is also when the message board is introduced. Keep in mind that greeting time in a HighScope classroom is not a stereotypical circle time that many of you are familiar with. Greeting time is not long and is mostly spent going through the message board and maybe singing a song or doing a short large group activity to get the kids engaged for the day before transitioning to the next part of the daily routine. Don't forget to include your specific transition of how the children will move from greeting time to planning time. This could be a song that you sing as they move, or it could be a game that you play, such as dismissing them by colors. For example, if you are wearing blue, you can go find your planning timetable. When you are inserting the information for planning time, you do not need to plan two separate planning time activities. I just want you to be aware that for that part of the day, there will be two planning times going on, since the class will be split up into smaller groups to facilitate that part of the day. For planning time, you will need to insert the title that you are giving to the game or activity you will be using for planning time. You also need to link a standard to your planning time activity. When the children are planning, they are thinking about what they want to do, most likely drawing on experience and/or interest when deciding what they are going to do, and then communicating those intentions with you. When thinking about an appropriate standard to link to this part of the day, I would look under the language arts or social emotional standards in the Illinois Early Learning and Development Standards. You only need to choose one standard for this section. For the description of the planning time activity, be brief, but ensure that I can understand what the focus of the activity is. Remember that your Week 5 course module has a long list of ideas that you can pull from. The next part of the day, which always follows planning time, is work time. Work time is an uninterrupted part of the day where children are able to carry out their plans. During this time, you will not pull them away from their activities to have them complete another activity. Your role during work time is to observe, document, scaffold, support, and engage the children in conversation to find out what they are doing and to further their critical thinking about what they are doing. So you need to just put a brief statement about what you will be doing during work time. After work time is cleanup time. So list a specific cleanup activity. This could be a game you play or singing some type of song while cleaning up. In addition to the cleanup activity, you will also list a specific transition to get the children from work time to recall time. Recall time is the final part of the plan-do-review process, which always follows work time. Much like you did for planning time, you will also only plan one recall time, but wanted you to be aware that there would also be two recall times going on in an actual HighScope classroom, since the class would be divided into two smaller groups to facilitate this time. Just like with planning time, you will list the title for your activity, link one learning standard, and then provide a brief description. During recall time, the children are sharing what they did during work time and using their memory to recall that information, as well as using their language to communicate. I would again look in the language arts and social emotional standards for this section as well. Planning time and recall time activities can usually be used interchangeably, so you can find ideas in that list from the Week 5 module as well. Following recall time in our daily schedule, we will have snack time. For this section, you will just need to list what you will have for snack. Very simple. After snack time, the children will transition to large group time. Large group time is a time when all the children will be gathered together in a large group to complete some type of activity. This activity is usually active, such as a game, a dance, playing musical instruments, or singing a song. Make sure you again include the title of your activity, link 1 to 2 standards using the Illinois Early Learning and Development Standards, provide a brief description, and list any materials you may need. The standards could be in any content area. It will depend on the focus of your activity. For example, you may play a game as a large group where each child chooses an item from a basket and then they have to sort them on the carpet in hula hoops by the attributes that you've given them. This would fall under the content area of math, so you would look at the math standards. If you are focusing more on singing or playing musical instruments, then you would look in the arts section for appropriate standards. At the end of the activity, you will again list another specific transition idea that you would use for the children to move from large group time to small group time. For small group time, you will use the exact activity that you have planned for this class for your small group activity plan, the plan that you've been working on for the past few weeks. You will just need to plug in the appropriate information the planning form asks for. Finally, the last part of the day is outside time. All you need to list in this section are any specific activities that you might incorporate outside that are outside the normal realm of playing on the playground. For example, you may state that you are going to allow the children to draw with chalk, so you would need to prepare to take chalk outside with you. Or you may have them play a game of catch with the balls, in addition to allowing them to play on the playground equipment. Anything extra that you would like to add for this time of the day, you would put in that section. If you have any further questions regarding the daily planning form, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm more than happy to help clarify the information further.